opportunity to, say a few words about this very important, subject and word, African word. Ubuntu means a lot. Ubuntu was a word that came into being very long time ago. I mean, by my ancestors, my African ancestors, and anytime I try to ponder or think deeply into this word, it gives me chills because it makes me realize a lot of things which once upon a time, our ancestors knew, but over a period of time, has been dormant for a while. But in recent times or in recent years, we are beginning to rediscover the meaning of this all important and deep, phrase or word, Ubuntu. Ubuntu simply means I exist because you are, or you exist because I am. So, in actual fact, Ubuntu is trying to make humanity recognize the oneness of all things. And humanity is trying to make Ubuntu is trying to remind us of the fact that everything is interconnected one way or the other. All of creation, be it creation on the physical level or on the mental level, or on the spiritual level, everything is interconnected, and so all is one. And so what you see out there mostly is a reflection of yourself. And so what happens to you normally is what you have actually thrown into the universe, and then it comes back to you. So you throw your thoughts out there, and then it comes back to you, and then it is actioned in your life. So Ubuntu, and you see, this is what gives me the chills, that our ancestors were able to reason to such an extent that they came to the realization of this reality of oneness and chose to evolve or to bring out a word which describes this. Because if you want to describe how the universe operates, or if you want to describe the oneness of all things, you can only come up with adjectives to describe it. Like if you want to describe God, you always will come up with adjectives, because you are trying to describe an infinite being with finite words. You cannot describe an infinite reality with words pertaining to finitude. So our ancestors thought of coming up with a word that is so heavy, so deep, so reflective enough to describe infinity or to describe the oneness of all things. So they came up with the word Ubuntu. And I haven't found in any language existing on earth today which tries as much as possible to describe in-depthly, the oneness of all things, or they try to bring out a way to describe the infinite nature of God, or the infinite nature of reality, or how everything is intertwined into one. So one aspect of Ubuntu that we can look at is that whatever I do to you, I do to myself. And I try to say this on my music a lot. I mean, if you listen to my albums or on many of the music I've actually produced or come out with, I try to make this concept known a lot, because I feel it's an all-important concept which every human being should get to know, that all is one, and that what you actually do to another, you are doing to yourself. So you are actually reflecting or projecting your thoughts out there, and you are seeing your movie, but in actual fact, everything is in here. So what I do to you, I do to myself, my brother, and stuff like that. If you listen to my lyrics, I keep repeating this a lot, because I know how very important this fundamental reality is, and if you get it right, everything seems to fall in place in your life. So Ubuntu means a lot to me, because it cannot even be defined. So when we are giving the meaning of Ubuntu, we keep it very, very short. We just say that you are because I am because you are. And in this simple phrase, everything hovers around it. The oneness is the centrality, and all other concepts of life, all other concepts in the cosmos, all other concepts in the universe exist or revolve around it. The oneness is the centrality, and all other concepts of life, all other concepts in the cosmos, all other concepts in the universe exist or revolves around this oneness of all things. So that is how deep we can go with the word Ubuntu. Ubuntu, universality of things, the communalism of things, that we we should live in community. We should be unified. We should have mankind government. We should see ourselves as one. We should let the golden rule apply to all things. That is one aspect. Like the golden rule should apply to all things. If we live, if this world achieves, living based on the golden rule, then the principles of Ubuntu are actually coming into place. So it can get deeper and deeper and deeper. We can talk all day about Ubuntu, because it is just like talking about God or trying to define God. We can go to the farthest extent and we can never finish, exhausting talking about that reality or concept. That is what Ubuntu actually is to me. It is very, very deep, and the world should begin to embrace Ubuntu, because that is what the world needs to actually, be on its grounds to ensure peace, to let peace prevail, to let goodwill and love prevail. We must understand the concept of Ubuntu, imbibe it for this world to actually find, its firm grounds of love, of truth, of beauty, of goodness. So yes, Ubuntu. I can keep going on and on and on, but I believe you get my drift.